Right, welcome to the third and final video of the Bonneville, my mate's Bonneville that has had a little bit of a makeover. I've been sitting on probably 90% of the footage in the video for about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, and I've just been waiting to get time and bits to come in just to finish it, because I didn't want to do any more than 3 videos, so like the other videos it's a bit of a mash-up. So I got the the brakes bled about 2 days ago, and although the actual seat isn't back from the upholsterers yet, I've put mine on for the purposes of a finished kind of look for the end of this video, purely because it's going to look pretty much the same as that anyway. But yeah, it's all done. My mate's coming to pick it up on Friday, it's now Monday, so hopefully we'll get a dry day to go and take it out for a test ride. It's pissing it down out there now, and I've kind of cleaned the bike and got it all ready, so I'm not going to go out for a ride, get everything covered in crap and then have to clean it again. But yeah, it's been really good fun actually. It's it's been great to have a project which someone else's wallet is funding, and also to do something totally different to what I would have done, or I've done or doing to my Bonnie. It is kind of, everything's a little bit different and it's tailored to someone else's personal tastes. So it's kind of quite nice to kind of branch out a little bit and go in a bit of a different route than you yourself personally would do. Even though I do love it, but it's, variety is the spice of life and all that. So anyway, so onward and upward. So yeah, what will follow is the mashup of the past week and a half, 2 weeks, bits and bobs, and then I'll see you at the end for the kind of finished piece. Enjoy. Welcome to part 3 of the Bonneville. We're getting close. I reckon this will be the last episode on it, although it'll be filmed over a few days because waiting for more parcels to arrive. We've got Hagon shops coming, from Greg. We've bought off him, I can't remember if it's British Customs or the Maz Engineering, drilled sprocket cover, just bolt-on goodies really, front brake seal kit and brake fluid. Finally managed to get those pistons out. I had to go to the local garage and borrow their massive compressor and sweat with that for ages before they popped out. The seals were well and truly gone, and so totally binding the pistons in there as well. So that will need doing, and Speedo, that's still got to come. Well, I think that's about it. But in the meantime, we're also, as I've got a bit of downtime, discussing with him, and be nice as well as there's been a load of, it's basically just been bolt-on parts really for this. Take stuff off, bolt stuff on, which is pretty easy to do. But it'd be nice to get a few, more custom-y type bits on there. So in the downtime, the stock seat, as I mentioned, he's got the Cafe Racer, the Triumph one with the slipper, if you like, with the sort of leather hump in the back. But the other stock seat we've got that's come down on, that's going to get a bit of a chopping and a reprofiling, very much similar to what I did with my one. So with that in mind, I'm not going to film doing the seat, because if you're interested in that, look through my back videos and there's the Brat Style seat project, and it's going to be pretty much the same principle as that. But yeah, we're ready to rumble. The stock seat pan has been cut down, lost the loader off the side around the back, and sketched out the old seat, ready to chop off the excess, and then we'll reshape the top as well with my old Rasp of Doom, if I've still got it. I hope I've still got it. Should be around here somewhere. But just as a, there it is, refresh. Probably the best thing I've got to shave the seats. I made that on my one. So yeah, as I say, if you're interested in that, then please check out those videos. But I'm going to get stuck into this, and probably be more bolt-on goodies when they arrive. So stay tuned. And one reprofiled seat. So that's a much slimmer and nicer seat now. Again, as I did with mine, I've hardly taken any off the rider section of the seat, so you're not forgoing any comfort that was there before. They're just slightly thinned out along the sides, but all the meat is still under your arse. So there we go. Just get that recovered, and we're laughing. Okay, as you can see by the abundance of boxes, another delivery has arrived. So we've got, what do we get? Well, they've sent a front brake master cylinder kit, which is not what we need. We needed brake seals, so that's got to go back tomorrow. Well, possibly they sent out, this wasn't supposed to be a Maz long front fender, mudguard. It was supposed to be the shorter one, and they've realised their error, so they're sending another one out, and whichever one we want to keep, we keep, and send the other one back. So that might go back tomorrow. One of them will go back tomorrow, as will that, but that's okay. Just some brighter super white bulbs, and the Hagon shocks, they've arrived. So they're just the Hagon Road, I think, just so they can go on. I've taken off the rear shocks already, and whilst they were off, the old boy's treated himself to the Maz Engineering Swiss cheese chain guard, which is nice bit of polished alloy, nice holes. You know me, I like the holes as well. So that's on, and yeah, so I guess it's just whack on the old shocks now, and yeah, I think that will be it. So possibly a mudguard change. So then it's just waiting for the clocks or clock and get the seat recovered, and this bad boy's done. There we go, nice pair of Hagons on the back. Very nice indeed. That should be a marginally nicer ride than on the stock springs. Right, and a decision has been made. The other mudguard arrived today, and we've gone with that one. It's the slightly shorter salt flat mudguard, I think, but mainly it's just a bit cooler being a bit shorter, and the in the kind of the mudguard brackets, it's got the drilled holes, which I think is tying in nicely with the chain guard and the sprocket cover that's on the way as well. So there we go, just a minor little change. There we go. So it's about what was it, about 2 inches either side, I think, shorter, but still, yeah, very nice looking mudguard. Yeah, and I just think the holes in the front tie in nicely. You know, it's just a detail that's running through, and then of course the sprocket cover will have the same on it. So there we go, another little update. Well, the mini speedo's now arrived, so I've just put that on. Unfortunately, we got stung by customs, so that was 20 quid. Unbelievable, thieving bastards. But I've ordered a fair few things from the States, and I haven't had to pay a customs charge for as long as I can remember. So, you know, you win some, you lose some, but there we go. It's done, it's on, it'll be invoiced. But yeah, looking rather nice. So the headlight's back on now. Got the white light bulb in there as well, just to make it a bit brighter. And the mini speed door, just to minimalise that cockpit view, I suppose. But yeah, very nice. Top job from Brain's Garage. So have a little look-see. And that blue light, I can testify that on mine at night, that is one bright blue light. I'm even to the point of where I might just have to put a bit of tape over it just because it's so dazzling. But let's have a look at our... Yeah, that's quite a nice bright light there. So cool. That's all lovely. And the other thing is, as is your want, a little package from Builtwell. Chris has he'd also ordered a set of the thruster grips, so that was a nice little surprise package today as well. So they'll be going on instead of the stock grips. Quite a nice grip that actually. So right, that's my next job, and I'm going to have to put holes in the end of it as well, so we can remount the bar end mirrors. But right, get those on. And there we go with the Builtwell, what they call thruster grips. It's a bit of an arse getting those on because see, they're not designed for the throttle tube, so I had to cut some of the tabs off, and then they're closed end as well, so you've got to kind of carefully cut a hole, but without, you know, you can't just kind of cut it off flush. At least I don't think so. You've got to have that, because they have that nice rounded kind of edge to it, but then you've got to allow the throttle grip still to not bind. So, but we're there. That's done. That side was easier. But yeah, I was a little bit unsure about them, but I think they're quite cool. A little bit different. Very nice and comfortable. But yeah, it's what the boy wants, so it's what the boy gets. But we're getting ever so close now. Right, so with most of the cosmetic bits bolted on, just the seat and the sprocket cover to go. I can't put it off any longer, got to do this front brake. So the seal kit's come in, obviously the calipers off the bike, so the whole system's going to have fresh fluid and need bleeding again as well. But while it's all off, now's a really good chance, as the seal's got to come out to give the caliper a really good clean. So I'm just I've just popped the seals out, pried them out, the old ones, just chuck them away now. And I'm going. There's quite a lot of kind of just that, just muck and clag that, you know, collects up on aluminium. I'm trying to think of the word now. So I'm going to give that a bit of a clean off. And what I'm doing first is just a tiny bit of like auto sol metal polish stuff. Just using that, and a bit of rag, and just cleaning that up. And don't worry, all that clag won't be staying in there, because then it'll get a whole good wash down with brake cleaner. And I'll probably even get the whole caliper in some hot soapy water and give it just a complete scrub up. Might as well while it's all off and stripped down, before I stick in the new seals. So I shall start my cleaning. So nice good scrub with brushes, bit of carb cleaner. A hot soapy water rinse, and this one not quite good as new, but then again it is a 14-year-old caliper that's seen a fair bit of time. In fact, looking at the state of the brake fluid in there, I don't think the fluid's been changed since it first came out of the factory. But right, so we're now ready to pop in our new brake seals, which are over there. But got some brake fluid, and so I'll just run a bit of fluid around the seals, pop them into place. There's the bottom one's the actual seal, and the top one's the dust seal. And once those are in, I'm going to give the pistons a bit of a clean, just with some light emery cloth, and just get all the gunk off those. Make sure they're going in straight, pop them back in, and we'll be ready to reattach it and then bleed the system. Right, so that last bit I think was probably talking about I was about to do the brakes, and yep, the brakes are bled. Out of all the jobs on a bike, I think that's probably the most annoying, frustrating one. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I find that I have to do at least 3 different methods to achieve a decent sort of feel on the brake lever and get all the air out. You know, I do I mean that was obviously because the caliper came off. That's pretty much all my, yeah, pretty much a sort of, not just bleeding the brakes, that's refilling the whole system, isn't it? So I always start with the reverse bleeding, which I've just got a great big syringe, and then I just push it from the caliper up. Again, working on the theory that bubbles rise and all that malarkey, so you're kind of pushing everything up out of the caliper. So that usually works to get the system at least filled with fluid, and then normally some sort of combination between that, regular bleeding with cracking open the bleed nipple, or with a one-way valve on it just to bleed it normally to get the last bit of air out. And then, I don't know, I've always kind of done that thing of tying up the brake lever and leaving it overnight or for a day or two, and the combination of the three seems to get it there. But I have got one of those eBay vacuum bleeding things. I never seem to get great results with it. Maybe it's, again, probably just me in it. But anyway, it's done, it's sorted, the bike starts, it stops. That's the main thing. So it's done. So let's have a look at the finished result. So not massively different to how you've seen it progress through the video, but it is done, obviously, with, as I said, with my seat on it, just to give the overall slightly more finished impression. As I said, it's pouring down with rain outside, so I can't really be bothered to drag it outside and get you know, better shots or a view of it all. So I'm trying to do it within the cramped confines of the garage. But yeah, so starting from the front, we just put the different front mudguard on, fork gaiters. We've got the headlight with the white light in there, mini indicators, little peak on there. Actually, I need to adjust that headlight thing so it's still sticking in the air a bit. Built-well grips, bar end mirrors, mini speedo, Clubman or Ace bars. Oh yeah, that's probably not been in the video, but Greg popped over the other day, so we've got the sprocket cover, which ties in with the chain guard we've put on, and the front mudguard. That's quite nice. Hagon shocks, indicators relocated to there, mini ones again, seat cut down, different rear guard, show use only number plate, of course, officer, and a different tail light. There she is, you know, so not and a service as well, and of course overhaul on the front brake caliper. So yeah, there she is. Hopefully he's gonna like it. He likes the pictures so far, so hopefully when he gets on it and rides it, he'll be as equally chuffed with it. Yeah, and I really like it. I think it's turned out really nice. It's got a very, you know, more of a classic kind of calf racery, kind of vintagey vibe to it. You know, again, that's kind of why I like these bikes as well. I mean, I love riding them. I like the engine. I just think they're cool and they sound great. But also, it is on the sort of the cosmetic front, or in terms of what you can do with them. You know, you're pretty hard pushed to ever see two that look the same. You know, once they're out of the factory or off the showroom floors, you know, there's you know, the possibilities are pretty much endless. It's whatever your wallet and your imagination can afford. So yeah, there she is, all done. So just kind of really a fun little just a fun couple of few videos, just to something a bit different. I've really enjoyed it. I hope you've really enjoyed it if you're into Bonnies and that sort of thing. So I'll be back now, back on schedule with the SR250. There'll be a video coming up shortly with that, a bit of wheeling dealing, a few changes, a bit of progress. and really looking forward to getting that sort of cracking. That's kind of been in limbo probably for the past, I don't know what, 2-3 weeks probably, but I'm getting to a stage where I can afford to get a few warm bits done. So yeah, hopefully by the end of the week another video of that will be up. My Bonnie is still having a few little bits of tinkering and changing, so there might be another video when I can get around to doing a few more bits for that. But yeah, until then, thanks for watching, hope you've enjoyed it. Take care everyone, and yeah, I'll see you on the next one.